Hello guys. So sorry it's been a while since I posted. Been pretty sick. Just the weather has been getting to me. I got another deck profile for you. And this one's gonna be pretty spicy. It's gonna be my Trunks deck profile. And if you don't know what Trunks does, pretty sure everyone knows what he does by now, but during your turn, when you combo with a card that has two or more energy, you draw a card, and then his awaken ability is you flip, and then you draw two cards. And his flip side, of course, is once per turn. During your turn, when you combo with a card that has two or more, you draw a card. There we go. And then when it attacks, you draw a card. It's a really good draw power leader. I've found that he is probably my favorite leader. And especially since back in the old school Dragon Ball Z days, he was my favorite character. I did say he was my favorite character, mainly because Goku Black is now my favorite character. But since Goku Black and Trunks are pretty much rivals, it's a nice way to, I guess, go back and forth between a hero and a villain. It is a blue-yellow, and to start off, we're going to be running one of the Bardock, the Progenitors. It is a one-drop, swap two, and when you play him, you draw a life, and then pretty much when I get him out first turn, I swing with him, and then I swap into two-drop. I normally only play him once or twice early game, and if I don't see him early game, I just charge him as energy. He's just in there just because he's good early game. And I only want to play him probably once or twice in the game. I don't want to take my life too much. And then we run four of the Adoptive Father-Son Gohans. It is a one-drop, swap two, pretty much the same thing as Bardock. You swap for free. And then he also has blocker. So I choose him mainly because he has the blocker. So I can get him out for one. And especially with the blue cards and my energy manipulation, I can get a blocker out pretty much for free. And then to continue with the swap package, we're going to be running four of the dependable Dynasty Son Gokus. You get him out for free with the swap 2 ability. And then he is a 15k power, which is really good. I normally play him and try and get these swarmed out as fast as I can. And then just swing with them as much as I can. And then I am running only 3 of the Caring Mother Videls. I just mainly use her in here for draw power and the plus 5k. And people normally go for her first when they attack because they want to get rid of the boosting that I can get off of her each turn. And especially when I have more than one on the field, it becomes a real threat. And then we run, of course, the staple of this deck, which is probably the best card in the deck. Well, one of the best cards in the deck, I should say. And that is the Scrambling Assault Son Goten. You swap into him for free with the Bardock or the Gohan. And then when you attack, he has an auto. You look at the top 3, and you choose one, and you put it in your hand. And he is 10k. So you can swing when your opponent has more than 4. And he doesn't awaken. Or you could just beef him up and swing, Either way, it's really good. And then we come into pretty much the defense of the deck. We're going to be running 3 of the fired up Super Saiyan Son Gohans. He is Barrier, which is extremely good. And with the massive energy manipulation we're going to be running in this deck, you don't really need to worry about a 2-drop. He's pretty much going to be out on the field for free with the energy manipulation that we run. And of course, at the end of your turn, choose up to 2 of your yellow battle cards with an energy cost of 2 or more, and you switch them to active mode. So you can swing with your Scrambling Assault. You can swing with your Caring Mother. or you can activate her ability and then untap her, or you can do the Dependable Dynasty. It all just really depends on the situation at hand. And then we run 3 Prodigal Dynasty Sun Gotens. These guys come in handy a lot. Now, not a lot of people run these cards in their decks, but this is a very underestimated card. It is a 5k combo, and we just play him for energy and the auto, which is when you combo with this card, if one of your yellow battle cards is being attacked, it gains plus 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. So this becomes a 15k combo on one of your battle cards. So let's just say you have Scrambling Assault on the field, right? You swing with your Scrambling Assault. And then next turn you decide to not use this guy, right? So you use all your cards, yada yada. He's on the field and you have this card in your hand. Your opponent decides to attack with, let's just say, 20k to just basically get him off the field. You throw this on the field, 25k. Boom. You keep him on the field. You got your auto ready for your next attack. This card is, I don't know, like I love using it for the auto, but sometimes it comes in handy turn 1 or turn 2 just as energy. And I only run 3 because I see him a lot with the draw power with the Trunks. And then that is pretty much the end of our battle cards for yellow. And then we got the start of the blue, which is the Courageous Heart Yajirobe. I just mainly have him here because he's a blocker and he has revenge. He's mainly used for charging energy for blue, but I have had instances where the revenge comes in very, very clutch. And people get really mad because they are not expecting it since it's only a 2-of. And then we run 4 Unyielding Spirit Trunks. This is pretty much self-explanatory why he's in here. You combo with him, you untap an energy. He's never used as energy charge. I never charge him as energy, ever. This card, when I pull like 3 or 4 of these guys in hand, it's game. Like turn 2, if I have 2 or 3 of these in hand, it's game. It's just overpowered. And then we run 2 Raging Spirit Sun Gohans. I mainly have him in here because I love the Future Trunks arc. But he is a 1-cost 10k combo, and when you combo with him, he comes into play tapped. It just gets an extra body on the field. And it becomes a really big threat because when you have a lot of battle cards on the field, they have to kill your battle cards before they attack your leader, or else you're going to win. It's just plain and simple beat down. And then we run into our 3 Furthering Destruction Champas. This is also self-explanatory why he's in here. He's a 1k, 10k combo, and when you combo with him, your battle card gets Double Strike. Or your leader gets Double Strike, either way. And then we only run 2 of the Hidden Power East Supreme guys. I only run 2 of them because I found running 2 of those and then the 3 Champas. Any more of these guys, it's going to get very cloggy. So I found 5 as a very nice balance for the deck. I might actually switch out one of the Raging Spirits and just have the Raging Spirit as a 1-of, and then throw in another East Supreme guy. But so far I've had very, very good matches with this deck, so I'm keeping it as is right now. Just in case in the future I might switch out. But then we go into our Infernal Villainy Cell. It's also self-explanatory he's in here. You combo with him for 1 for 10k and you draw a card. I love him with this ability with your Trunks because when you're awakened, you combo with your Infernal Villainy, and you draw 3 cards off your leader. Because you draw 1 for comboing with a 2K or more, which is your Infernal Villainy. Then his auto is you draw a card, and then your pseudo super combo, Infernal Villainy, gets you another card. So you get 3 cards with a 25k attack. Amazing. It is very, very good. And then I run 3 Sensu Beans. I am running a proxy right now because I let my friend borrow my other Sensu Bean. I did start off with 2 Sensu Beans in this deck, and it was a really good balance with the deck, but I decided to throw in an extra one just to see how it would do. And so far it's doing extremely well, but I might actually reduce it back down to the 2 Sensu Beans. A lot of people run 4 Sensu Beans because it's an amazing card, but with the draw power and the storm, I just found that the Sensu Bean was great at 2. Being mainly because, like, if I see 1 or 2 of these, that's pretty much all you need. Any more than that, with like even the third one is starting to get a little cloggy, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that, but it is what it is. And then we run our counters. I run 3 Dimension Magics. It's a counter attack, and then when you counter with it, you untap 2 energy. And also, if you have 5 or more energy in your discard pile, you use your Sparking 5 ability, and you can take a life instead of paying the energy cost, which is really good. So you take a life, and you untap 2 energy. Or you could just pay the cost, and untap 1 energy in total after, you guys know. And then we run our 1 Flying Nimbus. This is just mainly to counter Storm. Mirror matches and stuff like that. Of course, when you negate the attack, you can discard a yellow card from your hand, and your opponent can only attack with battle cards 1 more time. And I found one Nimbus is really good. With the 1 Nimbus, you're definitely going to find it with the draw power with your leader. It's just automatically going to go into your hand. There's no really need to have more than 1. If I did have to add 1 more, it'd probably be taking out that 1 Sensu Bean and keeping it at 2 with the 2 Flying Nimbus. And then we run our staple Legendary Flute, of course, even though it's only limited to 1. You need to run this in your deck. This protects your Goten, your Dependable Dynasty Son Goku, plenty of other cards, your Blocker Revenges, just in case. Your Videl. This is definitely going to pop your Videl back into your hand so you can draw a card. So you get a draw 2 and you boost to 5k on the field. And then we run the last 4 cards, which is going to be, of course, our super combos. And this is going to be our North Kai Keeping Watch. I love it because it's a 0 cost 10k super combo. So you can play him for 10k combo even if you don't have your life or your sparking. But when you do have 4 less life, you draw a card, which is really good. Because once you get to this, you can combo with him. And then since he's 2, you draw the 3. It's a really good combo. I really love this deck. It won me a BCC tournament at my local. I went 7-0 with this deck, and I went up against a lot of good decks. I went up against a Janemba deck with this, and he lost turn 2. There was no way he was able to win. I just kept energy manipulation with the Unyielding Spirits, the Sensu Beans. It went up to his turn, and I used my freaking Dimension Magics, and he just couldn't stop me. It was just amazing. Like, especially when you can play your Dimension Magics on turn 1 and they don't know what to do with it because you're manipulating your energy to untap so you can keep countering, It's just amazing. Th- this deck, oh my goodness, I love it. Out of all the decks I've made, this is my favorite by far. I know Storm is kind of cliched with this card game, but you know what? At the end of the day, you want to run what you want to run, and if it's going to get you the win, it's going to get you the win. It's just what you feel comfortable with is what you should play with. And this right here, this is my comfort zone. This right here, this is my baby. I am gonna be looking forward to putting more deck profiles. Like I said before in some previous videos, I'm gonna try and get some battles with my buddy. But as of right now, that is it for tonight. I gotta go to work in the morning. So if you would like, leave a comment below. Rate this as a thumbs up. And subscribe if you want to see more deck profiles and battles in the future. And have a wonderful night or morning or afternoon, wherever it is you are. Enjoy.